Hello. Good morning. Time to do some dials. Hey, Shauna. Hello. We got messages. Hold on one second. All right, good morning. Shauna Brown. Let's start dialing once I remember my phone number. Because I don't. Where am I looking? Here? Bedhead. I've been up since 4:15. So the bedhead. Did you get your leads this morning, Shauna? Yesterday? Can you remember? All right, here we go. Time to start dialing this morning. A mix of A leads, current clients, older leads, and D leads. Make sure I'm dialing from the right number. Yeah. Wow. Can't read that. Three 309-0416, 309-0406.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
1 second. All right. Let's see. Let's call again.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 70430904116 is not available.
It's a young person,
At the tone, please record your message.
most likely
When you
at
finish
work this
recording, you may
morning.
hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Carl, this is Brantley Dunn. I'm the field underwriter for that mortgage protection program that you wrote in about. You put your cell phone as your home and the cell number, and it says to call at any time. Anyway, it's just my job to go over that info with you. Please give me a call. My number is 704-269-8167. Thank you so much. Shauna, do you have any extra delivery notice slips, the yellow things? If you do, let me know when we door knock. Because I might do some door knocking today, so maybe I can meet you and give me some of them, if you don't mind. Here we go.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 70.
So Gary sent me straight to voicemail. Let's try again. Toothpaste on me this morning.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message
Good morning,
system.
Annie.
704619503.
Making calls without a hat on today.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Gary, this is Brantley Dunn. I'm getting back to you about that mortgage protection program that you called in about on Tuesday. It's just my job to go over the information with you and see what we can do to help you out. Please give me a call. My number is 704-269-8167. And again, it's about that mortgage protection program that you called us about on Tuesday. Looks like around 1:35. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye. When you're dialing, I'm not a giant fan of leaving messages, but I do because I'm going to door knock them and work them and work them and work them until I get in front of them or they yell at me, one or the other. So if you're willing to put in the time to exhaust the leads, there's nothing wrong with leaving a message. I know it's not the traditional way of doing it, but I'm going to work them till the end. So, and these days, you'd be shocked how many people actually call you back. It's pretty good, much better than it used to be. I have a brace on my hand, so no jokes. I'm obviously going to joke about it. It's not in me to not joke about it, Shauna. Just put your hand in your pocket so I don't see it. I mean, I'm already thinking of jokes. You've already threw me out. Wow. Okay, this is one, I'm gonna door knock this. Yeah. They're 87 years old. So I'm not quite sure how that got through. But I'm going to door knock that. Maybe get referrals, something to that effect. Interesting. I gotta switch phone numbers here, calling different leads. Another one that says call in the evening, but we're gonna call this morning.
Calling.
Hey John.
Hey, hang on.
Hey John, this is Brant, man. I'm the underwriter getting back to you about that mortgage protection program you wrote in about. Do you remember doing that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, just that way you know I'm not some telemarketer giving you a ring. Yeah, it's just my job to get the info to you, go over it with you, and hopefully it can help you out. Let's see.
Okay.
Now, the biggest question I have is obviously with the way things are working. Typically, we have to see people face to face because there's no doctors involved with this. It's a little strange these days, and what we're doing is saying that if you don't mind face to face, we can stay apart outside or in a garage or whatever. It just takes about 10 minutes. Otherwise, I can do it with you over a video. Just go over it with you.
All right, I'd have to talk to my wife. I mean, she's leery about doing a lot of things in public.
Okay.
She's actually she has a doctor's appointment right now, so.
Oh no, what I'll do is I'll set an appointment with you. Let's do this. I'll set up because my wife's the same way, man. She's not quite ready to open up. She's like, do you really have to go see people? I'm like, well, yeah, it's my job. But let's do this. I have some time to call this afternoon, later this afternoon. Why don't we do this? I'll call you when your wife is there, and then we can kind of figure something out there. If we need to just talk right there, that's perfectly fine. And then if she says, "Hey, I want to see you,"
This afternoon won't be any good.
Okay. When's a good time for her? Today or tomorrow? Today or tomorrow better?
Let's see. Tomorrow, well, maybe tomorrow morning.
Okay. What time in the morning do you like?
What time is it now?
It is 9:15 right now.
Yeah, I guess around 9:30 would be okay. I
Okay.
think we have anything only a few minutes tomorrow. I'm actually playing golf tomorrow. I do go out, but she
What?
has to get out.
Let me ask you this: what kind of? Do you have a Droid phone or do you have an iPhone?
Android.
Okay. The reason I ask that is because if a lot of times I can video in, so you can actually see my face, not know I'm some crazy person. But let's do this. I'll just call you guys at 9:30, and then we'll see what the wife says. And if we need to go over it right then, we'll just do it right then and figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's your name again?
I'm Brantley, Brantley. Yep. And what I'll do, John, is this your cell phone number that you put on here?
Yeah.
What I'll do, I'll text you my information, and that we'll be talking at 9:30. That way you know who it is.
Okay, Bradley.
Okay. All right, John. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right. You have a nice day.
All right, bud. You too. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Booked an appointment. I'd rather have been face to face, but don't make a wife angry. Don't make a wife angry. I was kind of scatterbrained on that appointment. I don't know why. It just was. So I'm going to text him real quick. So he'll have my number. But it's an appointment, and that's all we're trying to do. If you notice, he was saying he wants to check with his wife. Sorry, man, I'm all crazy. He was asking somewhat along the lines he was going into that he wants to check with his wife. Nonsense. That's why I just jumped into it to try to book a time, just something, get something in place. So yeah, so tomorrow morning is going to be good. Some people are going to do that. Well, let me check with so and so. Let me check with so and so. Just make sure you book a time. Don't let them get off the phone like that. I've done that before. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm texting him. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Oh my gosh. 74. Let's see here. I can't read that. Brenda? I guess it says Brenda. Let's figure it out. I hope I did not just burp into it.
Calling. Please leave your message for 8436.
It's another one that says call in the evening. But as I saw, the last one said call in the evening. And we booked it for the morning, which doesn't make any sense to me. But oh well. Hey, call in the evening. Book it in the morning. Why is that not popping back up? 843-602-3. Yeah, I don't need to have that number. Now it's not ringing.
Calling.
Hey Brenda.
Hello?
Hey Brenda.
Yes.
Hey Brenda, this is Brant.
Yes.
This is Brant. I'm the field underwriter for that mortgage protection program that you wrote in about. Do you remember doing that? Okay, well, let me just, when you put yourself, when you signed on it and you wrote that you were 74 and you scratched it out. So I hope that's right. And then there's a big old X under the spouse part.
I am 74, yes.
Okay, then this is you. This is you. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm at the Ford place right now, and can you call me back in about an hour?
I can. I'm just trying to set an appointment to go over it with you. That's all.
Oh, okay then. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll call you in an hour.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
As a young person, I'll push that appointment immediately, but it's not. And it was quite loud when she answered the phone, so she wasn't kidding. She was somewhere. I'll call her back, even though I don't like doing that. I'd rather book it right there. But it's cool. On to the next. This one says call between 4 a.m. and 4 p.m. Interesting. She was at the Ford place.
Calling.
Hello.
Hey, Carl.
Speaking.
Hey, Carl. This is Brant. I'm the field underwriter for that mortgage protection program that you wrote in about. Do you remember doing that?
Okay. I do not, sir, but go ahead and explain it to me.
All right. Where it says best time to call, and it may have been your spouse, they put 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I was like, all right. We can call between then.
Yeah, I didn't write that. That's for sure.
All right. So it
Go
might.
ahead. What do you got?
What it is, it's just that you would have got it in the mail. It's just a letter that talks about paying off the mortgage if something happens to your income or something happened to you. You don't even have to die for it. But what it is my job just to go over the info with you and see what we can do to help you out. Kind of crazy these days, obviously, because normally we see people face to face. Are you comfortable with that for about 10 minutes? Or is it something you'd rather do over the phone?
We can do it over the phone.
Okay. Because what I do is set an appointment with you. Because like I said, it takes about 10 minutes.
We can do it now if you'd like.
Okay.
That's up to you. I don't know what your schedule is. I got about 10 minutes. I'm showing my old house in about an hour, so.
Okay. Let's see here. And let's see, is your wife around as well?
She's not.
Okay, yeah, because she's the one that filled it out. They usually want both of you there because it's kind of a family thing. Let's do this. Are you available later this afternoon, or would tomorrow be better?
What's later this afternoon, and where are you traveling from?
Where am I traveling from? I'm in Market. I'm in.
Face or on the phone?
Well, I'm in Market Commons. If we did it face to face, I could see you guys tomorrow at any time, and I can keep my distance. I mean, I have my wife and 5 kids. She makes me be protective.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. My wife works in the daytime though, so she's never home. So it'll just be you and I.
Okay. Let's see. And what time does she typically get home? Just so I can look at the scheduling.
Around 6 o'clock.
Okay. Well, let's do this. I'll schedule something. Let's do this. I'll schedule something. Why don't we schedule to see you? If face-to-face is fine and she doesn't have a problem with it, let's schedule to go over this tomorrow because there's no doctors involved. That's the most important thing, why we see face-to-face, so I can verify you're actually alive and breathing more than anything.
Yeah, I can't schedule anything without talking to her first. I don't know what her schedule's like.
Okay. Well, then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna throw a time to you, and then you can call me back and let me know, or I can text you my information. Just see if 6:30 tomorrow is fine, or if she would rather do it on Saturday. Sometimes Saturday would be just as well. Okay, and then I'll text you my info. Yeah, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, text me your info. I'll speak to her, and probably Saturday mid-morning is best for her and I.
Probably Saturday mid-morning.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'll.
That's just at a guess. But I got to check my wife's schedule. I'm pretty free, but can't speak for her.
Okay. All right, so she's still working. Okay. All right, so I'll shoot that over to you, and what I'll do, I'll just pencil in it. You know what I'll do? I'll just pencil it in at 10:30 for Saturday morning, and then if it's good for her, we'll do it. If not, just call me back and let me know. Okay.
Very good.
All right, my man.
Thank you.
You be good today, and I'll talk to you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye. Yeah, I caught myself giving them the option. I'm really trying to get out of that, to not give them the option and to do it on the phone, because that's what happens. But I was able to backdoor out of that one and book it for Saturday morning. Notice that I didn't, he kept saying it was for him. Now, we'd just be me and you being me and you. Don't do that. Make sure the spouse is involved. That's why I kept avoiding that. You know, when's she going to get home? When's she going to get home? He said 6 o'clock, so it's 6:30 tomorrow. And I said, we can do it, because all I'm thinking is Friday is still typically a work day. Saturday is not, typically. And so notice he finally opened up. Saturday morning, mid-morning might be better. So I went ahead and booked it for 10:30. And let's just see what happens. You know, hopefully. I think it's a fairly strong, I'm going to go there. Unless he calls me back, I'm going there. I'm going to shoot him this info real quick. Oh no, I'm really wanting to not give any options, but I have to respect the face-to-face thing with older people. Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, I had a gut feeling it wasn't him, because this doesn't look like a man's handwriting for sure. It's too neat. Okay. 30 a.m. So that's 2. The phone number. That can't be real, right? I'm not going to tell you what the phone number is, but it's there's no way that's real. But we're going to find out. If it's not real, then I will let y'all know what the number is.
Calling.
If it rings, I'll be shocked. Try it one more time.
Calling.
Yeah, that's not real. Take an area code, then the rest of the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably not a legit number. Outstanding. But they have an email on here and they have an address. So, oh, well, it's a condo. So hopefully I can get in. But I'll door knock that one. And email them. Door knocks to me are like appointments. It's the way I view it. The only reason I view it that way is because people are not so apt to be rude to you face to face. Not even rude, just it's easy to set things face to face sometimes. When on the phone they may be bad. That's why I tell people to work it hard till they tell you no. You know, not that I'm giant, but I'm 6'2", 215 pounds, and I'm standing on the doorstep. It's not something they're just like, hey, I'm gonna be mean to this person, because they're generally people are not. Even when you door knock, they're pretty pleasant most of the time. So. All right, I can't tell. Kathleen.
Calling.
I gotta get new chairs. This thing's hurting.
Hello?
Hey, Kathleen.
Yes.
Kathleen, this is Brant. I'm the field underwriter for that mortgage protection program that you wrote in about.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
I think so.
Okay. Well, you put your name, and then right under your name you wrote John, and then it said to call anytime.
No.
Okay. I just want you to know.
Yeah, I
Don't,
know.
I was gonna say, don't hang up on me. I'm not a telemarketer. Yeah, I know that's some crazy stuff today, but yeah, it's just my job as the underwriter. I'm the eyes and ears of the doctors and all this and these mortgage protection programs. So it's my job to go over the info with you.
Okay.
When are you and John around for about 10-15 minutes? Would tomorrow morning, afternoon better, or would Saturday morning be better?
It's kind of tough. John works, so he's not around until after 5:30 at night.
Okay.
Saturday morning.
Now, do you work as well?
Come to the house?
No,
I'm home.
Okay. Typically, we have to see people face to face. I mean, I say face to face. I can certainly keep my distance from you. Because like I said, there's no doctors involved, so we just basically make sure you're alive and breathing and you're a real person.
I see.
Yeah. And if that bothers you, there's ways around it, but if you don't mind, we prefer it to stay that way it just makes it a lot simpler. And we have masks. I have a mask and everything. Listen, I have a wife and 5 kids. I have to stay protected myself, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
How about Saturday morning? What's a good time? You tell me. Let me see if that'll work.
Well, I have a 10. Oh, let's see. I could do it around 9, or I could do it around 12, because I have an appointment in between there. Now, if after 5:30 is fine, I just like to give people more daytime options. If you want me to come tomorrow, like I said, after 5:30, I can.
Okay. Just trying to think what works best. Probably Saturday, if it doesn't mess you up too bad.
Nah, I'm up at 4 o'clock. You're not gonna mess me up. You're fine. Let's do. Are you up at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, we should be okay by 9.
All right. You're not gonna be you're not gonna be coffee grouchy, right?
I hope not. I'll start my coffee early.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's book it for 9 o'clock, and then what we can do, you can check with John. If you need to move it to, we'll say, just to be safe. I mean, I may can show up earlier, but if you need to move it to 12, by all means, call me back, and I can move it to 12. Okay.
All right, and this is a good number to reach you?
Yes, ma'am.
And your first name was what? I'm sorry.
It is Brantley. And what I'll do, is this your cell phone?
Brantley.
Is this a cell phone number?
It is.
Okay, I'll text you my info because I know you're driving or you're out, so I don't want you crashing, writing down something. So don't do that. I'll text you, Kathleen.
All right, that sounds like a great plan. I appreciate that, and I will talk to John when I get home, and I'll text you back and confirm.
Okay, that'll be perfect.
All right, thank you so much for your call.
All right, Kathleen, we'll see you on Saturday, okay?
Okay,
All
bye-bye.
right.
You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So it's 9 o'clock. I wanted her to have a couple options, which I don't typically do, but it kind of threw me off. Reason being is I don't know that I can be there that late tomorrow. But anyway, we got her booked for 9 o'clock in the morning. If she needs to change it, she will. Typically, when people say they never do, they never change a thing. So, and I'm coming regardless. I am coming to your house. I don't mind doing the texting thing. What I used to do is have people that say, hey, grab a pen, write this down. But when I call people and it sounds like they're on the road, and she was just as well, I like to text them my information. It's kind of a confirmation. So it really helps with your no-show ratio being really, really low when you meet face to face. So that's why I like to text them my information. Not saying it's the best idea or the worst idea. It's just what I do. And my no-shows when face to face are very, very few. Very, very few. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Oh my gosh. Is that? That's a message. All right, let's see here. Who's next? So we got 1, 2. We got 3 and a door knock. 3 appointments and a door knock. So far. And we've been dialing 40 minutes. So not bad. Not bad. trying to see who to talk to. Neil. Hey, baby. What's up, Sturgis?
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 8.
Cool, Sturgis. Thanks, man. Hopefully, they're opening up in your area to accept more face-to-face stuff in Virginia Beach. You sound creepy. This one says call between 2 and 4, so I'm hoping it's not a third shift worker. That's typically what they would prefer.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 8439950.
Oh no, it's actually growing. I shaved it all off at one point.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey Bonnell, this is Brantley Dunn. I'm the field underwriter for that mortgage protection program that you wrote in about for you and Ronald. It's just my job to go over the info with you. Do me a favor, call me back. My number is 843-400-3027. And again, it's just my job to go over the information with you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I'm gonna call them back this afternoon. Like I said, this is 2 to 4, so that typically that's some type of third shift worker when they put specific that period. Just my experience, doesn't mean it is, but what's up, baby? Good. Out. I'm making dials right now, sweetheart.
Can we go out?
Thank you.
Dinner.
I love you. Out.
Okay.
Take the dog. Big sign on the door says dial session, and she walks right in. 7-year-old. All right, hold on one second. I've got to switch over leads. Oh man. So these are sorry guys, one more second. Switching over lead sources. Mine's growing on top. Nah, Sturgis, I definitely prefer this off, but my wife said I need to have it. Okay. This one was a bad number. What I'm doing right now is just going over about that one. All the door knocks and messages and all that, so I'm sorry about that. Give me a second. You know what? We'll just go through them together. Here we go. Kind of changed it up a little bit this morning. Hey Brad, this is Brantley Dunn getting back to you. It's about your life insurance policy at Mutual of Omaha.
Yes.
Only reason I'm calling is basically what happens is when the agents are no longer with us, I take them over and just make sure everything is okay. Make sure you have my contact info. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes.
Okay, there you go. Basically when I look at this stuff, I see that you're paying $129 a month or so, or $1,500 a year. You have a Term Life Express. Is that what you were trying to do? Was it something that you knew would end at some point? Was that the purpose of that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And the only other question I would have, because this is my contact number, so if you ever need anything, you can call my number and I can shoot it to you. Only other question I have is they have these programs they're called hybrid programs with terms. Doesn't cost you any more money, but it allows you to actually access money if it's something that you wanted to do later on. Is that something you had interest in, or you're fine with your term?
No, I'm fine with what I have currently.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's all I need to know. I just, like I said, if you need anything, and I'll shoot you my number so you know who I am. And then we'll just kind of go, if you ever need anything, you can just give me a call. But that way you'll have my number, okay?
All right, will do. Thank you very much.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
You too. All right. Normally, when you're calling, this is a different kind of lead. It's a current client lead, what we call orphan clients. I've seen the house really, really big. Not really sure what he's doing with the term. Normally I would tell him, hey, there's ways to use this program. It's my job to go over it with you. You can actually access your money, or you can actually keep this the rest of your life, so and so and so and so on. And at that point, he didn't, and I had a gut feeling. I want to say I'd spoken to him before. I didn't put my notes proper, but nonetheless, he didn't have an interest in it. But I'll hit him again. I'll door knock him, give him my information. Because a lot of times when you show some of the programs, people say, oh, I have a term. Well, he could have a term that has a whole life to it, not really cost him much more money, and have access to cash, which is pretty cool. So, pretty groovy. This one keeps staying busy. Every time I call this number, it's busy. and like I said, like telling you guys kind of like a history of certain ones is because it lets you know I do, just like anybody else, I will redial over and over and over again. If I don't get in touch with them, then that's okay. And I'll dial them again. And then you know what I'll do? They go into the lead stack, and then I'll dial them again the next week until I get in touch with them and they say you stink or whatever. I don't care. Then I'm just going to keep dialing these same ones. Yeah. I'm busy. That's a door knock. Okay. Another bad number or fax. That's, I have a note on here. It says it happened before. So we're gonna door knock that one. The reason I'm really big on door knocks because I think things are open up now where we can actually do that. I know in Charlotte or North Carolina, really North Carolina, South Carolina, door knocking should be fine now. Just be respectful, you know. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Just to give an update, so far we got three appointments and a whole lot of door knocks to do. So I'll schedule my door knocks. I'll pull up on a map. And that's the key. If you're falling short on your goal of appointments, that's okay. Just either keep dialing and get through your leads over and over again, and then when you're out running the appointments you do have, door knock, map these things out through MapQuest or whatever. Brian says I'm old using MapQuest. Whatever map solution you like, just make sure you do it. Make sure you do it. Marion. Marion, can you hear me? That never rang, and all of a sudden I heard noises in the background. That was weird. So what I'm dialing right here are clients that, and this lets you guys know, we don't just dial layups. How can I show you this? No, I can't. But the ones I'm dialing right now are policies that have lapsed. Some people that didn't take their policies, stuff like that. And what I'm trying to do is to see if there's gauge the interest. You know, just working. There's always something to do. Keep dialing, figure it out. But yeah, I'm trying to dial right now people that have lapsed policies. Say, hey, just wanted you to know your policy lapsed. You know, there are different programs out there that can a lot of times give you more coverage for less cost now. If it's something that interests you, I'd love to stop by and show it to you. Pretty cool. See what happens. The key is just work. Just work. I dialed for 2 hours. Well, what'd you do for the other 8 working hours of the day?
This is Michael Griffin. Please leave a brief message and a number, and I'll get right back to you. Have a good.
Ooh, that is not. That was for one person, and that is another. Door knock. Holy mackerel. Jeez.
Have reached the voicemail box of 704.
Y'all cannot hear that number. No.
Mailbox of
Sometimes they have emails as well, so I'll contact them that way. It's a communication resource. That's all I care about. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I have to get going in a minute. I've got someone I told them I'd call them around 10:15, and we'll see.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached
Even if it says that, call twice at least. You know, I'll tell everybody, call whatever number you call, and just call it twice, no less. Double check it.
We're sorry.
Nope. wrong number.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement 4. Switch.
Alright. So I'm going to keep dialing through these. I have, you're going to see, but I have a decent stack of them, a whole lot of them. Because I've got to get ready for an appointment coming up. What I would say to everybody, now that we did an hour dialing. What I'm not going to do, and this is kind of something I talked about with Brian for those that are watching, I'm not going to talk about the number of dials. I'm just going to talk about the appointments. I didn't book as many appointments as I want. So I'm just going to keep dialing. I'm going to get this appointment done, probably eat something, and then start dialing some more. That's a dial day. I can't stress it enough. I mean, there are no certain amount of dials, guys. There's not. It's the appointments. I don't worry about the amount of dials because I know the numbers. I know if I just keep going, I'll eventually get what I need. Now, I think that's something everybody needs to do. And as you can see, and I'll show you, just kind of give you an idea. Block this off. So if I block off infos, you see where it says status. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says status is lapsed. I don't know if y'all can see right there. Nonetheless, it could have been a much easier way to show you that. But what it is I'll dial everything. I don't care what it is. They can be old leads, they can be lapsed leads, it could be current leads, it could be A leads, it could be D leads. I don't care. Final expense, mortgage protection. I just want to dial and make a bunch of appointments to make money. Doesn't mean you're always going to make it happen, but I can promise you, you're going to have some that are $20 a month, some that are $200 a month, and everything in between. Just keep dialing. This team is really strong. It can be stronger. Just pick up the work ethic. Just push right now. Because people need it, and things are going to change at the end of this month. Really stress that a lot of these insurance companies are going to get much more difficult to qualify for, going to be more expensive and so forth at the end of, I think, May. So, anyway, enjoyed it. I got to get to this appointment. Talk to y'all soon. So, figure out how to hang this up.